Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer, and today we are talking about the full moon. It's on April 12, it's at 23 degrees of Libra, and it is opposite the Sun and Chiron. What does this mean for you? That's what we're going to talk about. Welcome everybody, especially if you're new. This video is going to be a little bit different than past videos. This video is in 3 parts. First, we're going to do a short overview of what this full moon is about. Then we're going to talk about your sign, love and money predictions for the next 2 weeks. And then at the end of this video, there's a little section of announcements that I have and classes that are coming up and other things. And by the way, if you'd like a copy of your chart so you could follow along on these videos, I can send you a PDF. There's a link in the description. So let's take a look at this full moon chart and how it relates to what's going on in your life. So I think that the thing that most people are looking for right now is some sense of certainty. This is really hard to find when we have a couple of planets retrograde. Neptune has just gone into a new sign, and we had the recent eclipses. So things going on in the world are actually quite uncertain right now. And if there's one thing that people hate, it's uncertainty. So along comes a full moon in Libra and the desire for balance. And so this is, when you think about it, Libra is about the scales. So the scales are in constant motion. They are looking for balance. They are rocking back and forth all the time. And so the scales represent this uncertainty. And we're all wishing for the scales to be perfectly balanced and perfectly still, but they're only that for a moment, because the moment they are, then we say, oh, I want a little bit more, or I want a little bit less, or I want something different. And the scales become out of balance again. There's this nagging feeling that so many people have right now of uncertainty about their jobs or inflation or what's going on in the world. And during this full moon time, it would be better for you to realize that the uncertain path is actually the path that leads to success. You see, all of the areas of your life that feel certain are the areas you've already explored, and these have not brought you what you've wanted. And so the uncertain areas on the map are actually the potential solution to what it is that you want: the better job, the more money, the fulfilling relationship, the just having more fun. It's when you take the uncertain path that you're creative, that you are discovering ideas, where you're helping the world, where you have this fulfilling life. This full moon is opposite Chiron, and most people think of Chiron as the wounded healer. But Chiron is also the portal. It's the open door, and it's sitting with the Sun in Aries, which suggests taking action. Now you might ask, well, what action should you take? Well, Chiron in Aries, Aries being the sign of innovation and raw energy, would say do something different than you've done before. And this is the full moon, so this action should be the biggest and the boldest action that you can do. Maya Angelou said something in her autobiography. She said, I looked up the road I was going and back the way I come. And since I wasn't satisfied, I decided to step off the road and cut me a new path. This full moon is halfway through the lunar cycle. This is the perfect time to check the path forward and back, and if you're dissatisfied, to embrace uncertainty and cut a new path, because it's the uncertain road that leads to success. Okay, Cancer, all this uncertainty energy is really hard on you because you tend to gravitate towards familiar ground. And this particular full moon is falling in your area of home and family. So this suggests that you want to, connect with your family, but do it in a different way. And, that's hard to do. So it's really possible that what this full moon is going to be about is connecting with people who are helping your home. And so that is, doing some renovations or some repairs, or talking to realtors, or talking to neighbors about how you can help your neighborhood. So this is probably moving away from your core family into the periphery, the people around you. And if you would like to know more about what's going on with your family and the family dynamics, or you want to know what's ahead for you in 2025 and 2026, I do readings. There's a link in the description. Now, when it comes to love relationships, specifically new love, even though the moon's not making an aspect with Pluto, it is making a square with Mars. And so that is a very strong aspect for meeting someone new in a love relationship. Now, in this chart, we showed that Venus was retrograde, but it's just about to turn direct. So now we have some direct planets, and the planets that are involved for you for love are actually very, very strong right now. Mars is still in your sign of Cancer. So if there was a time to go out on first dates, to engage a matchmaker, to allow your friends to fix you up, this is the time. And you have a lot of positive energy for this right now. You are going to get some periods of this very positive energy later again this year. So, but right now it's here. And so if you're looking for love, this is a time to go out into the world. Now, when it comes to existing love relationships, the moon's making an inconjunct with Saturn. So an inconjunct means that somebody has to adjust. Either you have to change or they have to change. And ideally, both of you would give a little bit. So if you find that you are bumping heads during this time, look at what the two of you can adjust, each of you giving an inch, and then things can work out. The fact that there is an aspect says that it can work out, that you can find the adjustments to make. So it is also possible when I'm looking at this chart that there's a miscommunication happening. And so this could be just a simple adjustment of language or adjustment of definitions of specific words, and then the disagreement can clear up. Now, when it comes to your money, you pull money from the sun, which is moving away from that conjunction of Chiron. So that means that whatever process, that healing that's done, you've gone through the portal. It's now that the decision is made, go do the things you want to do that are related to money. And so that is, maybe you decided to start a business, or decided to change jobs, or decided to look at different investments. This is now the time to start taking action in this direction. Now, when it comes to money from business or from investments, the sun's making a semi-sextile to Uranus. This means that there are some small results that you're getting. Now, that's interesting because, oftentimes we want, once we're doing the thing, we want the rewards instantly. And this is saying some rewards are coming. And so it's just a matter of us saying, you know what, Rome wasn't built in a day. If I'm getting some results, this may be the right path to be on. So let me keep going and see if I can get more. So you may be getting some indication that there's a fish on the line. So that doesn't mean that there are huge fish out there. And so you can, free your line and go cast for a bigger fish at this time. But you also could reel this little guy in and say, okay, there's more fish in the sea. Now, when it comes to money from career, so that would be a paycheck, the sun's making a semi-sextile to Venus. And so the semi-sextile energy is, that the little things really count right now. And so if you are looking to get a raise or to get a better position, it's going to be important that you make sure that they're clear on your contribution into this job and, how committed you are. If you are looking for a new job, you may be asking for less than you want in an increase, but you're focusing on, let's just get a little bit more so that you're heading in the right direction. So with a semi-sextile, again, kind of like the inconjunct, some compromises have to be made. So recognize if your company is not in a healthy place right now, that it may be time for you to just wait. If your company is strong and healthy, then you want to present all the materials for them to say that, oh yeah, absolutely, we definitely need to keep you. And that helps you get the raise. So there is an aspect. Aspect means that a raise can happen. So there you go. Hi everyone. I thought I might change things up a little bit this time, and so I'm putting announcements at the end. So if you're interested in what is going on and what I have coming up, stay tuned. Otherwise, you can just jump off right here. So I've been looking for a way to connect with you guys, more. And so I've been doing these classes, new month wishes. They're at the beginning of the month. I started with a live stream and then I moved it to Zoom. So this next one is on April 1st. at noon Pacific time, and it is on Zoom. It's free if you guys want to register. There's a link in the description. So what we do in this class is we briefly talk about the energies of the upcoming month, and then we write our wishes together, and then as a group we energize them together to give them more power. And so, but mostly this is just an opportunity for us to actually have a conversation. And so if you're interested, like I said, this one's going to be April 1st at noon Pacific time. So, and I know that doesn't work for everybody's schedule because I think it's a Tuesday. So I've been thinking about whether to try to move it again back to a live stream and a recorded version. So, but then it misses the whole interacting with you guys. So I'm not sure what to do. So if you have a thought about that, you can put it in the comments. I'm very interested in expanding this channel and doing more videos on Western astrology, Chinese astrology, and feng shui. And so, and if you like this content, I have opened it up to memberships now through YouTube. So if you do want to support the channel, there is a join button next to the subscribe button. So I hope you're already subscribed. And then if you'll hit that join button, if you want to support the channel, it's totally optional. In a few weeks, I'm going to be teaching a class for NCGR New Jersey. NCGR is the National Council of Geocosmic Research. It is one of the astrology organizations that's in the world. And NCGR actually has individual chapters. And so I'm on the board of the San Diego chapter. I'm going to be speaking for the New Jersey chapter. And if you are interested, you can join in because this is a Zoom class. And so I'm going to be talking about the astrology of home. And that is how your fourth house in your natal chart tells us what the ideal home situation would be for you. Also, we're going to talk about transits that could signal a move and whether you can make money in real estate. So if you're interested in that class, then just click the link in the description, and then there is a charge for that class. I think it's $15. But all the information is there when you click on the link. And then finally, I have a newsletter. It's been a monthly newsletter for ages. And then a couple of months ago, I moved it to a weekly newsletter where I talk about the different energies for each day. And then you see some of the pictures that I'm posting on Instagram. And so that is a free newsletter, and the link is in the description. And that's about it. I have more announcements that I'm going to be making in future videos. I have some new video courses coming out, and so we'll talk about it then. And because you stayed all the way to the end, which I really appreciate, I have a very special picture. This is not the last cat I had, but the cat before that. This cat was very good at opening doors, and since this whole video was about the portal that the Chiron can make for you, opening a new door, I thought I would share this.